All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to talk about something that is, well, it's pretty wild. It's an idea that lives at this crazy intersection of AI, quantum computing, and cryptocurrency. We're looking at a potential answer to one of the biggest, scariest problems in the entire AI field. And it all starts with this question, a really fundamental one that's, honestly a little unsettling. We're building these unbelievably powerful AIs, right? But what happens when they get so complex that even the people who made them can't fully predict or control what they're going to do? That's the problem we're unpacking today. And this right here, this just nails the gap between what we want from AI and what we're actually getting. On one side, you have the dream, reliable, safe, controllable tools. But the reality? We're dealing with unpredictable failures, these weird model hallucinations, and behaviors popping up that nobody, not even the engineers, ever saw coming. Okay, so let's get into our first section here. We're going to see how this all blows up into a massive challenge that some of the biggest names in technology are racing to figure out. So here's the thing you got to understand about modern AI. It's not like your typical computer program. It's stochastic, which is just a fancy way of saying it has randomness built right into its core. It thinks in ways that are so complex in so many dimensions that it's literally impossible for a human brain to picture it. And that means you can never, ever be 100% sure what it's going to do. And worse, as they get bigger, they can get this policy drift, where they just kind of wander away from their original purpose. Because you can't totally predict these things, we desperately need a new kind of test. One that doesn't just trust the creator's own assumptions about how their AI should work. Which, brings us right here. And get this isn't just me saying this. The actual people building these AIs at Google, OpenAI, you name it, they're all looking for what they call a holy grail. They want a neutral, totally tamper-proof way to validate their own systems, something that's outside of their own control. And here's why the old ways just don't cut it anymore. Right now, testing is a closed loop. It's all centralized inside the same companies building the AI. Their methods are secret, the results aren't public, and we've all seen how easy it is to jailbreak these models into saying crazy things. It's a system you just can't fully trust. Okay, so how do you solve a problem like this? Well, the proposed solution comes from, honestly, a totally unexpected place. We need a test that is fundamentally universally difficult, like a cosmic obstacle course for any intelligence. So what is this ultimate test? It's something called a quantum simulation. Now, what does that even mean? Think of it like this. You're trying to build a tiny, virtual quantum universe inside a computer. And because the real quantum world is so incredibly bizarre and complex, simulating it is one of the absolute hardest things a computer can do. That makes it the perfect universal stress test. And these 4 points, this is what makes it the perfect gauntlet for an AI. 1, there is a correct answer, but finding it is brutally hard. 2, you can just dial up the difficulty for smarter and smarter AIs. 3, and this is the big one, it instantly shows you if an AI is trying to cheat or take a lazy shortcut. It forces it to prove it can actually solve problems in a chaotic, messy environment. So we've got the perfect test, right? But where in the world could you run something this intense on a global, decentralized scale? Well, this is where a very specific cryptocurrency, one that's already built to solve these exact kinds of problems, comes into play. Now, this is the part that's just wild. Qubitcoin's existing design seems almost tailor-made for this. Its bring-your-own-solver thing means anyone can submit a custom test. The way it orchestrates its network allows it to tackle these huge, complex problems. And of course, it's already decentralized and uses a proof-of-work system that forces people to honestly solve hard quantum problems. It's kind of the perfect fit. So let's be super clear here. We're not talking about using a blockchain to train an AI or store its data. No. This is a totally new idea. Using the network as a compute oracle. Basically, a trusted, decentralized referee that can tell you if an AI is actually behaving the way it's supposed to. And this quote from the research, man, it just perfectly sums up the grand vision here. It's not just a tool for the AI we have now. It's being framed as a foundational safety layer for a future that might include artificial general intelligence. All right, final section. Let's pull back and look at the big picture. What would a world with this kind of verification layer actually look like? Well, in this future, any really important AI, think self-driving cars, financial trading bots, anything like that, might have to pass a series of these quantum stress tests on the Qubitcoin network just to get certified as safe. Regulators could use the data, companies could audit their own AI, and developers could even use it to make their models better. And this is maybe the biggest mind shift of all. It completely changes what a crypto miner is. They're not just securing some financial ledger anymore. They become the decentralized, impartial auditors for the most powerful technology humanity has ever built. Which leaves us with this one last, pretty provocative thought to chew on. It's a crazy idea for sure, but think about it. Could the key to managing the risks of a super powerful centralized AI actually be a decentralized, globally distributed network? Could the entire future of AI safety really depend on a cryptocurrency?